Fade in on grainy security footage. A moving truck idling under sodium streetlights, shadows of two figures fumbling at a front door lock with a power drill. The whir of the bit echoes like a dentist's nightmare. Cut to a man's face in the cab, your face wide-eyed, heart slamming against ribs like a trapped animal, phone trembling in your hand as you dial 911. Sirens wail in the distance, but not before the door splinters open. Chaos erupts. Shouts, a woman's screech, children's confused cries spilling out like spilled milk. You know that sinking gut twist when family, the people who should have your back, turns the knife? When your own brother, the one you shared scraped knees and secret forts with, decides your hard-won home is his upgrade? I did. And in that moment, as police lights painted my driveway blue and red, I wasn't just calling for help. I was whispering a vow to the night. You'll pay. Not with fists or fury, but with everything you've ever wanted. This is the story of how betrayal forged me into a weapon, and how I took back everything. Buckle up. This one's gonna hit deep. If you've ever stared at the ceiling at 2 a.m., fists clenched over a wrong that family let slide, or worse, cheered, this tale's for you. It's raw, it's righteous, and it'll leave you cheering for karma's coldest swing. Hit that like button if justice gets your blood pumping. Subscribe for more Reddit-fueled revenge that feels like a hug from the universe, and drop a comment. Ever had a sibling stab you in the back? Let's unpack this nightmare, and its sweet, shattering end. My name's Alex. Well, that's what I'll go by here, to keep the crazies at bay. 34 now, but back when this all ignited, I was 31, fresh off clawing my way out of the pandemic pit everyone else was wallowing in. You remember 2020? The year the world hit pause, and for folks like me, single, no safety net, gig economy ghost, it was more like rewind to broke. But I didn't whine. I hustled, warehouse shifts hauling boxes till my shoulders screamed, ramen nights calculating every penny. By mid-2021, I'd scraped together enough for a down payment on a little 2-story colonial in Elmwood Heights, a sleepy suburb outside Philly, where the air smelled like fresh-cut grass and quiet desperation. That house? It wasn't just bricks and mortar, it was my fortress, white siding gleaming under the sun, a porch swing creaking lazy afternoons, 2 spare bedrooms upstairs begging for future what-ifs. I'd lie awake those first nights, sheets crisp from IKEA boxes, listening to the hum of the AC kick on like a lullaby. This is mine, I'd think, fingers tracing the cool hardwood floors. No more crashing on couches, no more just for a week please from so-called friends. Freedom tasted like black coffee at dawn, strong and bitter, but mine to savor. Our family? Picture the classic American dysfunction, gift-wrapped in holiday cards and passive-aggressive texts. Mom and Dad, Ellen and Frank Harlan, mid-60s, retired on a shoestring pension from Dad's mill days and Mom's part-time library gig. They lived in a cramped rancher 10 miles east, the kind with leaky faucets and wallpaper peeling like old skin. Then there was Dan, my younger brother by 2 years. Golden Boy Dan, the one who could do no wrong, whose scraped-knee tears got ice cream while mine got walk it off. He was 29, married to Jenna, a sharp-tongued firecracker who'd quit her nursing job the minute their first kid popped out, claiming family first. 4 rugrats later, ages 7 down to a squirmy toddler, they were bursting at the seams in that 3-bedroom rancher, bunk beds stacked like Jenga towers, laundry piling up like unspoken resentments. Dan worked construction, decent pay when the jobs flowed, spotty when they didn't. Jenna? She homeschooled the kids, which mostly meant iPad marathons and takeout dinners. Money was tight. Whispers of maxed cards and payday loans slithered through family Thanksgivings. But here's the kicker. Mom and Dad adored them. Grocery runs for Dan's crew, babysitting marathons, even co-signing a minivan when Jenna's Prius coughed its last. Me, I got the sidearm. Alex, when are you settling down? Dan's got a family. As if my solo status made me half a man. As if building a life brick by solitary brick didn't count. It started innocently enough, or as innocent as entitlement gets. Early summer 2022, I'm scrolling Facebook over lunch, grease from a cheesesteak smudging my screen, when Mom's post pops up. A blurry pic of the kids piled on her couch, caption Nana's little angels, harmless. But then the comments. Jenna, thanks for the lifeline, Ellen. House feels like a sardine can. My thumb hovers. Lifeline? I text Mom. Everything okay? Her reply, just family stuff, hun. Dan's crew needs space. Vague, dismissive, classic. 2 days later, tires crunch on my gravel drive at 7 p.m. sharp. Dinner time. When I'm mid-stir on spaghetti sauce, the kitchen thick with garlic steam, I peer through the blinds. Dad's old Ford, Dan's truck trailing like a reluctant shadow, Jenna's minivan bumper kissing mine. No call, no heads up, my stomach knots, that old familiar twist, like when Dan borrowed my bike in high school and returned it twisted in the creek. I wipe my hands on a dish towel, force a smile, and swing the door wide. Alex. Surprise! Mom barrels in first, arms loaded with Tupperware. Casseroles, no doubt, her love language laced with obligation. Dad shuffles behind, nodding like a bobblehead, eyes darting to the crown molding like it's suspect. Dan lumbers in next, clapping my shoulder hard enough to rattle teeth. His work boots shedding dirt clods on my foyer rug. Jenna last, herding the chaos. Oldest boy Max kicking at baseboards. Twins Mia and Noah tugging her skirt. Baby Lily gnawing a teething ring like it's personal. Hey folks, what's the occasion? I lean against the doorframe, arms crossed casual, but my pulse thrums in my ears. Thump, thump, like a warning drum. Mom sets her haul on the island, beaming like she's unveiling Oscars. We were in the neighborhood. Thought we'd drop by, see your new place. It's adorable. Her eyes sweep the open-plan living room. Vaulted ceilings I'd painted myself. Leather couch still smelling of newness. Adorable, like a dollhouse. Dan flops on the sectional, manspreading till his knees eclipse the coffee table. Yeah, bro. Sweet pad. How much equity you sitting on? Blunt as a hammer. Jenna perches beside him, nursing Lily, her gaze lingering on the granite counters, the stainless fridge humming softly. Assessing, I realize, like realtors at an open house. We chat surface level, weather, Eagles' preseason woes, over reheated ziti, the kids finger painting my walls with sauce smears. Laughter echoes, forced on my end, but it feels normal. Until the plates clear, and Dan leans forward, elbows on knees, voice dropping conspiratorial. So listen, house is bursting, Jenna's climbing walls. Kids need rooms, not barracks. He gestures vague at the tribe, now raiding my pantry for goldfish. What if we crash here? Temp, till we get on our feet. My fork freezes midair, sauce dripping cold onto my thigh. Crash here? The word lands like a gut punch. Air whooshes out, leaving me hollow. Here, like, move in. Jenna jumps in, syrup sweet. Just the fam. You'd barely notice. Max could take the guest room, look at him, he's huge now. Max oblivious, cannonballs onto my cushions, springs groaning protest. Mom nods fervent. Dad grunts agreement. It's what family's for, Alex. Blood's thicker, you know. Heat crawls up my neck, a flush that's half rage, half shame. Family's for? Like the time Dad loaned Dan his truck for a job, never asked for keys back, or Mom slipping Jenna grocery cash while I budgeted ramen. Guys, this is my home. I worked graveyard for this, saved every overtime dime. My voice cracks, betraying the tremor in my chest, like a fault line spiderwebbing. Dan waves it off, chuckling low. Come on, man. You're single, ocean of space. We're family. The word weaponized, twisted into obligation. Jenna's eyes narrow, lips pursing, that telltale tick when deals sour. I stand, chair scraping harsh against tile. Appreciate the thought, but no, not happening. The room stills. Forks clink final. Max pauses mid-jump, sensing storm clouds. Silence stretches, thick as fog. Mom's face crumples, hurt puppy eyes, the guilt trip Hall of Famer. Alex, that's selfish. Dan's got responsibilities. Selfish. The word stings burrowing deep, like salt in a fresh wound. My fists clench at sides, nails biting palms, grounding the urge to shout. I've been the responsible one, the one who didn't breed regret. But I swallow it, force calm. Night's winding down. Drive safe. They file out slow, murmurs trailing like exhaust. Ungrateful, cold. What happened to you? Door clicks shut, lock snicks home. I slump against it, slide to the floor, knees to chest. The house echoes empty now, shadows pooling in corners. Blood's thicker, Mom said. Thicker than what? Quicksand? My breath hitches, hot tears pricking. Not from loss, but fury. Betrayal's first taste. Metallic, sharp on the tongue. That was Tuesday. By Friday, the texts avalanche. Think about the kids, Alex. Dan's stressed, depression creeping. We're family, act like it. I mute the chain, scroll our relationships for sanity. Post anon, NTA, sibling wants my house rent free. Comments flood, boundaries king. Red flag parade. Validation soothes. A balm on blistered pride. But they don't quit. Week's end, I'm mowing the lawn. Sweat beading under collar. Grass clippings sticking to sneakers. When the rumble hits. Dan's truck, Jenna's van, Dad's Ford convoy style. No knock. Door flies open mid-mow. Engine idling curbside. Alex, we need to talk. Dan bellows, striding in like he owns the deed. I kill the mower. Yank earbuds. Heart jackhammering. What the get out? Now. Jenna pushes past, arms full of duffels. Kids trailing bewildered. We're moving in. End of discussion. Max drags a stuffed dinosaur, eyes wide. The twins cling to her legs, sniffling. Rage ignites. White hot, vision tunneling. This isn't a debate. Leave, or I call cops. My phone's already out, thumb hovering 911. Dan laughs, bark without mirth. Cops for family? Grow up. He grabs a box from the van, shoulders pass toward the stairs. That's when Jenna lunges. Not words, weapons. Her nails rake my arm, fire trails blooming red. You bitch! Selfish prick. Think you're better? Spittle flecks my cheek, her face contorted, Medusa unmasked. Pain flares, but adrenaline surges. I shove back, instinct, not malice, breaking contact. Touch me again, you're done. Voice steel, but inside. Quake, this is my brother, his wife, family. Sirens wail distant. Neighbor must have dialed. Chaos cascades, kids wailing, Dan roaring. What the hell, Jenna? Mom screeching from the porch, stop this madness. Cops arrive, badges glinting under porch light, separating the melee. Statements taken. My arm bandaged hasty at the station. 3 scratches. Shallow but searing reminder. They slink away, tail between legs. But not before Dan's parting shot, hurled like a grenade. You'll regret this, Alex. Blood don't forget. The door slams echo, reverberating in my bones. That night, sleep evades, tossing in sheets tangled like thoughts. Regret? No. Resolve hardens, a diamond in the dark. You'll see. Word spreads, family grapevine on steroids. Aunts text heard about the incident. Call your mother. Extended kin, the neutral Switzerland, start probing. I beat them to punch. Instagram story. Casual pic of my porch swing at sunset. Caption, home sweet home. Boundaries. Peace. Subtext screams. Likes poor, cousin Lisa. Proud of you, cuz. Stand firm. Christmas 2022 looms, a minefield in tinsel. I host, me, the outcast, for the extended crew. Aunts, uncles, cousins who'd always treated me square. Turkey roast golden, mulled wine steams, laughter bounces off rafters. No invite for the mothership. They'd made their bed an entitlement. Mid-carol, silent night mangling harmonies, doorbell chimes. Stomach plummets. I crack the door. Full Harlan parade, gifts piled like bribes, kids in reindeer PJs, Jenna's smile plastic as saran wrap. Merry Christmas, Alex. Mom chirps, thrusting a fruitcake. The Ant Brigade freezes, eggnog mid-sip. What are you doing here? My voice low, lethal, thunder rumble before strike. Dan shoulders in, uninvited. Family party. We're family? Jenna nods vigorous, kids scattering to the tree like shrapnel. Aunt Rita, sharp as her bob, sets glass down hard. After the break-in stunt? Ballsy, gasps Ripple. Mom blanches. Break-in? It was a misunderstanding. I laugh, hollow, edged. Misunderstanding? Drilled my locks. Jenna attacked me. Phone out. Security clip cued. Whir of drill, splinter crack. Jenna's shove frozen in pixels. Uncle Ted, beer gut and blunt wisdom, booms. That's assault, Ellen. What the hell? Confrontation erupts, voices layering like a bad symphony. Dan defends. He owes us. Single guy, big house, kids sleeping on floors. Jenna hisses agreement, eyes daggers. Then Max, sweet, confused Max, rears back, tiny foot slamming my shin. Thud. Pain sparks. But worse. His scream, Uncle Alex mean. Give house. Echoes hang, party vitrified. I kneel, gentle despite the throb. Hey buddy, not mean, just mine. But he kicks again, wild, Jenna pulling him back half-hearted. Learned behavior, it hits. Entitlement osmosis. They storm out eventual. Gifts abandoned like casualties. Party resumes strained, whispers chasing me to the kitchen. Poor Alex, that family's toxic. Sympathy soothes, but the bruise, shin and soul, pulses late into night. Kids, I think, ice pack numbing flesh. They're the collateral. Vow renews, not just revenge, redemption. Winter drags, snow blanketing sins. Parents corner me at a diner. Neutral ground. Formica sticky with syrup ghosts. Alex, please. Cosign for Dan's apartment. Help with first last. Mom's eyes plead. Dad fidgets with menu. I sip coffee black, scalding tongue like truth. Help? Like you helped me in 20? Camper on your lot. Eyesore. Remember? 500 rent for dirt space. Voice steady, but chest tightens. Memories flood. Rain pattering camper roof. Isolation gnawing. Dad mumbles. That was different. Dan's got kids. Different how? I'm your son too. I slide napkin tally. Mortgage, utilities, taxes. I'm stretched. Not Scrooge. Surviving. They leave defeated. But Jenna's Facebook rants ignite. Ungrateful brother hoards while we suffer. Family first likes from flying monkeys. Church ladies, distant cousins. I ignore, fortify. Rent spare rooms to buddies from work. Jake the mechanic, Sarah the nurse. $800 extra monthly. Buffer against storms. Mom shows solo next. Tears streaking mascara. Rent to Dan. Please, break-in was heat of moment. I shake head. Install cams. Doorbell eye, backyard sentinel. Trust's broken, Mom. Earn it. Spring thaws ice, but not grudges. Dan uncovers Jenna's affair. Text sizzling on his phone. Hotel receipts like paper cuts. The bomb drops. Youngest Lily, not his. Bronze Adonis Chad, barber with a man bun and silver tongue, steps up, or so he claims. Confrontation. Hiroshima in heels. Jenna swings. A lamp shatters, glass spraying like accusations. Max intervenes, arm twisting wrong. Crack echoes, boys wail piercing. Police swarm, Jenna cuffed. Mascara rivers carving clown paths. He hit first. She shrieks. Dan, hollow-eyed, cradles Max. Hospital x-ray confirms sprain, but scar. Deeper. Jenna bails, barrels to my door. 3 a.m. pounding, fists thunder. Cam wears alive. You! Your Reddit poison ruined us. She shoves through frame, nails raking air inches from face. Delete it, or else. Heart hammers. Fight or flight. I choose record. Back off, Jenna. Police on speed dial. Voice calm, but knees jelly. Sweat beating cold. She lunges again, misses, stumbles porch steps. Sirens wail close. Neighbor vigilant. Cops haul her. My footage gold. Threats time-stamped, shove immortalized. Dan calls Dawn, voice wreckage. Alex. It's bad. We meet coffee shop, neutral again, steam curling like unspoken griefs. He spills. Affair logs, Lily's paternity shock, debts Jenna racked, cards maxed on spa days, Chad's gifts. I'm sorry, he whispers, head in hands. The house I pushed. Thought you owed golden child bullshit. First crack in armor. I nod slow. Yeah, it hurt. Not forgiveness, acknowledgement. We sit silent, coffee cooling, brotherhood flickering tentative. Divorce grinds summer. Courtroom coliseum, lawyers, gladiators. Jenna parades Chad, Dan's absentee. I'll provide. Chad smirks, cooing at Lily, his now, while demanding Dan's check for back support. Judge's gavel cracks, hypocrite. Dan shoulders debt tsunami, $40K, name scrubbed from birth cert. Custody? Primary to him, Jenna weekends token. She works now. Family diner, grease-stained apron chafing pride. Fall leaves turn, Dan spirals, whiskey bottles clinking nights, depression's gray fog. One storm-lashed evening, headlights slice my drive, Dan's truck weaving, brakes screeching sloppy. I bolt out, rain-sheeting face. Jesus, Dan! Drunk behind wheel, with kids inside. He stumbles out, reeking peat and regret. Sorry, just everything. Sobs rack him, shoulders heaving under sodden flannel. Rage flares, idiot, endangerment, but pity tempers. Inside, sleep it off. I march him to couch, brew black coffee strong as resolve. Kids tucked guest room, innocent snores, sinking rain's patter. Dawn breaks gray, we talk. Real talk, first in decades. Mom always picked me, he admits, mug trembling. Knew it. Hated you for it, jealous, stupid. Tears track, carving clean paths. Me? Felt invisible. My turn, words tumbling, camper isolation, favoritism, slow poison. But kids, they're innocent. Don't drown 'em too. He nods, packed, sealed, unspoken. Lend the camper? For space at Mom's. Your rules, no booze, fix what breaks. Relations thaw, parents therapy bound, Mom medicated, fog lifting. We failed you, Alex. Dad grunts awkward at barbecue, burgers sizzling, apology charred honest. Church for him, steps for her, rebuilding, brick by contrite brick. Holidays heal hesitant, Christmas Eve, my party pulses, extended kin toasting, lights twinkling resilient. Dan arrives sober, kids scrubbed shiny, gifts thoughtful, not obligatory. No Jenna, restraining order ironclad, her visits sparse, twice monthly, excuses piling like snowdrifts. Kids pine brief, then adapt, Uncle Alex's fort trumps absence. New Year's? Jenna's folly, DUI flash, partying hard, Chad ghosting post glitter. Impounded ride, she begs Dan. Retrieve it? For the kids? He laughs bitter. Your mess, your mop. Flying monkey calls, church zealot haranguing. Forgive her, Daniel. Adultery's sin, but Dan erupts, tirade torrent. Forgive? She cheated, lied, hurt our son. Racked debts on my back, now plays victim? Line goes dead. Silence golden. Jenna pleads guilty. Classes 6 months. License yanked. Breathalyzer leash post-probation. Insurance skyrockets. Chad blocks all. Social scrolls ignoring her pleas. Lily's picks. Dan rebounds. Camper upgraded. Roof sealed, Dad's hand steady. TV mounted for movie nights. Minivan soldiers on. Truck dreams deferred for braces funds. Workout. 20 pounds shed. Shirts looser. Smile cracking genuine. Jenna text flirty post glow up. Deleted unread. My camper? Rent sporadic. Cousin crash pad month long. Nephew campouts under stars electric. House thrives. Jake's laughs booming game nights. Sarah's herbs scenting windowsills. But shadows linger. Halloween egg splat on Dan's truck. Perpetrator bundled, Jenna suspected. Copycat video surfaces. Twin sis twist on my saga. Phrases pilfered verbatim. Family fumes, wounds rip fresh. Inbox avalanches 500 strong, your story saved me. Overwhelm hits, but gratitude tempers. Healed enough to share. Wait, did I say resolution? That's the tidy bow. But revenge? It simmers, strikes subtle. Jenna's the fuse, but Dan's the powder keg I lit long ago. Picture this. Spring 2023. Divorce dust settling. Dan's custody ironclad. Jenna's diner shifts grind. Grease burns blistering palms once manicured. Chad? Vanished smoke, blocking feeds. Lily's daddy, a ghost emoji. She escalates. Desperation's desperate dance. Late May, my doorbell cams ping 10 p.m. Jenna, disheveled, rain-matted hair clinging like regrets, pounding frantic. Alex, open! Emergency! Pulse spikes. What now? Kidnap? Crash? I crack door chain link thin. What? Lily, sick, fevers, need ride to ER, Dan's unreachable. Eyes wild, mascara smudges raccoon black. Unreachable. Dan's night shift, phone silenced. Suspicion coils. Trap? But Lily, innocent shrapnel. Wait. I grab keys, truck humming alive. ER run. 20 minutes tense. Her chatter frantic filler. Chad's asshole, life's unfair. Help assist. Discharge papers crisp. Flu, not fatal. Drop her home. Dingy apartment. Peeling paint, mocking pride. Thanks, she mumbles, door clicking shut. But cams catch post drop. Her rifling my glove box. Snatching spare key fob. Bitch. Alert pings midnight. Truck alarm wails. I bolt out. Tires screeching empty drive. Gone. Stolen. Rage boils. Veins lava. Fists hammer air. Call cops. Report filed, but gut screams Jenna. Dawn breaks accusations. Dan's furious. She'll pay. But proof? Glove box dust confirms. Days drag hunt. Pawn shops. Black market whispers. Week later. Tip from Sarah's nurse buddy. Jenna's new ride. My truck. Mud-caked. Parked her lot. Police swarm. Tow it back. Dents fresh. Odometer ticked 200 miles joyless. Charges stack. Theft auto. Violation order. Court again. Jenna shackled. Chad absent. Judge's glare arctic. Pattern, Ms. Harlan. Pattern. Sentence lands hammer. Probation tight. Community service scrubbing streets. Fines biting her waitress tips. But the gut punch? Asset freeze. Dan's lawyer armed my footage trove. Petitions claw back gifts she hoarded. Van cosign voided. Apartment evicted for lease fraud. She spirals public. Facebook tirades. Brothers ruin lives. A victim, but backlash bites. Extended family blocks en masse. Church shuns whispers. Job, fired for attitude. Diner owner, my uncle's golf buddy, spills. Can't risk the drama. Homeless now. She couch surfs flying monkeys till they tire. Lily? Full custody, Dan. Jenna's visit supervised. Park bench cold. Kids bloom sans chaos. Max's shin kick forgotten. Therapy crayons drawing happy houses. Dan? Transformed. Sober anniversary marked steak dinner. My treat. Porch swing creek companionable. You saved me, bro. He toasts, eyes clear. From myself. Parents? Fog fully lifted. Mom's therapy confessions. Favoritism. Poison. Sorry doesn't cut, but trying. Dad's church project. Habitat builds. Calluses earned beside me hammering frames. Revenge's climax? Not fists, legacy. I channel fury. Side hustle blooms. Warehouse promo lands management. Nights I code app. Home security smart. Cam's AI whisper. Investors bite post pitch. From break-in hell to fortress tech. By 2024, Harlan Guard launches. 500K seed. Scaling viral. Billboards bloom Philly. My face, blurred testimonial. Reclaimed my home. Yours next? Revenue rockets. 2 milers year one. Empire etched. Jenna hears, begs through Dan. Loan? For old times? He forwards to me, laugh shared. My reply? Invoice, past due, trust 1 lifetime supply. Deleted unread. Climax crests Labor Day. BBQ. Extended bash, grill smoke, curling victory. Dan mans tongs. Kids splashing kiddie pool. Parents mingle tentative. Jenna? Crashes gate. Gaunt, pride starved, Lily absent. Alex, talk? Crowd hushes. I step forward, beer cool in palm. Nothing left to say. But eyes lock, hers pleading, mine steel forged. She cracks. Ruined me. Happy? Voice splinter thin. Happy? No, just you chose greed. I chose rise. Turn away, laughter resuming, my back straight. Scars badges. She flees, taillights fading final. That night app pings milestone, 1M downloads. Vow fulfilled, not destruction, but dominion. Betrayal's echo, faint now, drowned triumph's roar. In the end, revenge isn't fireworks. Its foundations rebuilt stronger. Family's fractured vase, glued jagged but holding. Teaches, blood bonds break but chosen ones. Adamant, justice, slow brew, but damn if it doesn't satisfy. Whew, that one's a gut-wrencher, right? If Alex's arc lit that fire in you, smash like share with a sibling who's got your back, or needs the reminder, and comment below. What's your family revenge dream? Subscribe bell on for weekly dives into Reddit's rawest tales. Next up, a boss betrayal that'll have you quitting in solidarity. Thanks for riding this wave. Stay fierce.